Your team from your town plays here. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. And it's time for more right now. Sports Radio WSKW The Score and CentralMainSports.com now presents live coverage of high school sports. High school sports on The Score is presented by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at MidstateUSA.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas pellet and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan, from sales of computers and accessories to service. We're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street, Waterville, your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. And now, with live coverage of your team from your town, here's Mike Violet.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nokomis Regional High School here in the hub of Maine, Newport, where this afternoon the Nokomis Warriors, the defending Class B softball champions, begin defense of their state championship as they take on the Lawrence Bulldogs. Welcome, Mike Violet here, and I will bring you the play-by-play here this afternoon for this one. And for many, many years, the Nokomis Warriors have been forever the bridesmaid in Class B softball. They have contended and played for state championships, especially with Mia Coots pitching all the last 4 years. And finally, last year, they busted through, won their first Class B championship. They beat York 2-1 in that state championship game. Now, Nokomis returns most of their lineup from that state title team, but there are three key parts that are not here. First of all, Sidney King at first base. Secondly, outfielder Courtney Hughes. And then finally, pitcher Mia Coots. All Coots did last year was go 17-2 and struck out 227 batters in 125 innings. She was the KVAC Player of the Year twice and a Miss Maine softball finalist. So big shoes to fill. Who's going to fill the shoes? Who's going to shoes the fill? Who's going to fill the shoes? Why not her sister, Hallie Coots? Hallie caught her last year. Hallie was the catcher for the state championship team last year, so she moves on from the tools of ignorance and will now pitch as a sophomore and take the place of her older sister, Mia Coots. But this ball club still has a lot of really good players on it, and once again, they're going to be a major player in Class B softball. The Lawrence Bulldogs, a bit of a rebuild for Joey Marcoux, but still some really good players on this team that has been really good itself in Class B. They've had a rough start. They were competitive, but they have lost their first 3 games of the season, including last time out to a very good Coney team, 6-4 Ashley Shores, the only left-handed throwing catcher that I know of in the state of Maine, baseball or softball, with a grand slam. That was the good news for Lawrence in that one. So Shores back to anchor things behind the plate. Mackenzie McAvoy, a veteran pitcher on the mound. Another senior, Ruby Pierce, has moved from second to third base, so they do have some veterans there. They've got a freshman in center field. They've got a freshman at shortstop, so freshmen at key positions for sure, but they still expect in the end to win more than they lose and certainly play in the tournament come June. Let's run down the starting lineups first of all. Actually, let's take a break. We'll take a break. We'll come back, then we'll run down the starting lineups. We'll talk a bit about the weather conditions here as well. You're listening and watching high school softball on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up 1 or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Mike Violet back here live, Nokomis Regional High School. As you see, the meeting of the coaches and the captains and the umpires at home plate. J.D. McClellan, the longtime coach here at Nokomis, and Joey Marcoux, the longtime coach at Lawrence High School, talking with the umpires. The plate umpire today is Derek Cunningham. On the bases is Scott Gurney. Here's the starting lineup for the Lawrence Bulldogs. They'll go this way. Leading off, playing center field, is Natalie Garrard. Batting second, playing second, is Leah Gallant. Hitting third and pitching, Mackenzie McAvoy. Batting cleanup is Ashley Shores, the catcher. Hitting fifth and playing third base, Ruby Pierce. Batting sixth and the designated player today, she is Casey Ross. Hitting seventh is Natalie Pelletier. Batting eighth and playing at first base is Leah Tibbetts. Natalie Pelletier, by the way, is in left field. And batting ninth and playing at shortstop today is the freshman J.C. Elkins, and the flex player is Chloe Grant Ham. She is in right field. So it's Garrard, Gallant, and McAvoy, Shores, Pierce, and Ross, Pelletier, Tibbetts, and Elkins in the batting order today for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Let's talk about the weather now. As you can see from our camera shot, it is a gloriously beautiful day. Bright blue skies with bright, bright sunshine. The story today is the wind, which is gusting to 28 miles an hour. So it is 59 degrees right now. The feels-like temperature is 51. Now, it's not all that bad, but what's it going to affect? Obviously, any ball hit in the air, because the wind is blowing out. So no matter whether you hit it to right or left or center, it's blowing out. If you get a ball up in the jet stream, you've got a chance to get a home run today. So I would not be surprised if we have at least one. If you were looking at the over-under on home runs today, I would take the over. If you can find this bet on FanDuel or something like that, feel free and go ahead and take the over. So the wind definitely is going to be a factor. You see Mia Coots I've already made the first mistake. You see Hallie Coots in the circle, the sophomore, the younger sister of Mia, And as you can also see, Nokomis continues their tradition of wearing the black-eyed Susans in their hair. They all do. They all have for a long time, and they continue to do so. So in the off-season, as Hallie Coots moved from being the catcher to being the pitcher, they had to find a catcher because Coots was a really good catcher, and their catcher's Hannah Brewer. So Brewer is behind the plate for Hallie Coots, and as you can see, if we can get a shot, Galen, at some point, if that plate umpire happened to move for a minute, the ball, even with the wind, is moving because of the wind. Let's get a shot right now of this next warm-up pitch of Hallie Coots and see if we can see the wind affect the pitch. The last pitch was a fastball, a little bit there. Even with pitches, it's going to be a factor. Ball down to second base, and we are set to go here at Nokomis Regional High School, and Natalie Garrard ready to get into the batter's box. Garrard, right-handed hitting center fielder. The defense, Mackenzie Watson in left, Ann Nice in center. Kirsten Condon is in left. Jenna Sawtell is at third. Reagan King at short. Delaney Randlett is at second. Addison Hawthorne at third. Coots and Brewer the battery. First pitch of the ball game is fouled off. So strike one. 0-1 on Natalie Garrard with Gallant and McAvoy to follow. The wind again, 28 miles an hour. Gusts up to 28. Pitch is grounded by the pitcher. That is to the shortstop. Gobbled up. The throw to first by King is in time. One up and one out. You're not going to get many by Reagan King. That, of course, was just a slow roller. But Reagan King is a superb shortstop. Superb athlete. There is nothing she can't play. Field hockey, basketball, and here on the softball field. One up, one out. Here's Leah Gallant, the second baseman. So Hallie Coots retires the first batter. And here's Gallant. Fouled back. Whoop. Flinch number one for Sean Packard. Flinch number one. I expect you to flinch, Alan. I don't expect Sean to flinch. So 0-1 on Gallant. That is in there for a strike. She took something off that. 0-2. On deck is Mackenzie McAvoy. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, the plate umpire is Derek Cunningham. The 0-2. Right in there, strike 3. She's gone. Stood there and watched it go by like a house on the side of the road. 2 up, 2 out. And here is Mackenzie McAvoy. McAvoy, right-handed batting pitcher. Brewer, eyes to the dugout for the sign. No wristbands, no anything like that for either team. They play straight-up softball, the old-fashioned way. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck is Shores. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first, just underway. That's hit well to center. Back, and away back is Nice. Off the base of the wall. McAvoy's going for 2. They've got a crack at her, and the throw is not in time. She just beat it. So McAvoy with a booming double. We're going to get a runner in. So McAvoy is going to be run for. That is Elise Gagnon, who's going to run for her. Here is Ashley Shores. She of a grand slam last game against the Coney Rams. Down and away for ball 1. So Lawrence with a runner on first, a double by McAvoy. Gagnon running there. And a chance for Shores to pick her up with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. In front of that changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike on Shores. 2 outs, runner at second. No score. The 1-1 by Coots upcoming. It is bounced right at the plate at her feet. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Gagnon at second. Shores with a slightly closed stance up there. Pitch is sky. That'll make it foul. And the count will stay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pinch runner at second. And a 1-2 pitch upcoming here to Shores. Coots wearing the sunglasses. She's looking right into it, as are all the fielders. Here's the 1-2. Oh, man, did she get the head of the bat out on that one. Home run distance, but way foul. I love it. Ashley Shores came up to me before the game. She said, "Did you hear I hit a grand slam against Coney?" I said, "No, I didn't." "I did," she said. Pitch is down and away, 2-2. Coach Joey Marcoux confirmed it, though. Sheepishly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On Shores. Pinch runner at second, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. Should be a play on the infield. King calls. King catches. Shores got under that. A pop to short ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We played a half here in Newport. The score is Lawrence 0, Nokomis coming up. You're watching and listening to high school softball on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Starting lineup for the homestanding Nokomis Warriors, Reagan King, who just got that pop-up. She leads off. She plays shortstop, batting second. And pitching, Hallie Coots hitting third, playing first base, Addison Hawthorne. Batting cleanup, playing third base is Jenna Sawtell. Hitting fifth, catching is Hannah Brewer. Batting sixth, playing center field is Ann Nice. Hitting seventh in left field, Mackenzie Watson. Batting eighth at second base is Delaney Randlett. Hitting ninth, the DP today is Leah Tasker. She's hitting for Kirsten Condon, who's playing right field. So King, Coots, Hawthorne, Sawtell, Brewer, Nice, Mackenzie Watson, Randlett, and Tasker facing Mackenzie McAvoy. McAvoy, the senior, whips it up there pretty good. Shores with a BB down to second base. Defensively in the outfield, Natalie Pelletier in left, Natalie Garrard in center, Chloe Grant-Ham in right, Ruby Pierce at third, J.C. Elkins at short, Leah Gallant at second, Leah Tibbetts is at first, Mackenzie McAvoy, Ashley Shores the battery, King ready to go. And here we are in the bottom of the first, no score. Lawrence with a base runner at the top of the inning, but a strand at second base. And McAvoy ready to face King, who's a fine hitter. McAvoy, first pitch. The deal hit to right and hit well. That's going to get down. It is stopped out there by Grant Ham. So King, first pitch swinging right into right field, a base hit. So the lead runner is on. Here's Hallie Coots with a chance to help herself. Hallie, the pitcher. Infield is in at the corners. The bunt attempt is bunted at, and it is strike one. It was a changeup, and Coots flat out missed it. So Hallie down to the count, 0-1. King, good speed at first. The 0-1. Bunt is on again. It twirls outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, Addison Hawthorne. No score. Bottom of the first. Nokomis with the lead runner on. Well, when the wind calms down, it's nice. Here's the 1-1. Bunt is on. She missed it again. John Coughlin and I were talking the other day about bunting, and John mentioned that when you're moving, when you try to bunt, it's not a good thing. And Coots was moving there while trying to bunt that ball. That's why you should square and deaden. Swing and a miss. Got her. So a nice job by McAvoy to come back after the base hit. Strikes out Coots, who helped her by missing on 2 bunt attempts. 1 out, here's Addison Hawthorne. Hawthorne, the first baseman, with King at first. Here's the pitch. Swing, yes, she went through. Tried to abort it, way too late. 1 strike. 0-1 on Hawthorne. That was high up in the letters area. 0-1. McAvoy deals. Changeup is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Active campus here today. We got baseball, we got softball, we've got lacrosse going on. Pitch is swung on and missed. Runner goes. Good throw down there, but it's wide, and it gets away. King's going to try for third. She'll make it. So a stolen base by King, and she goes to third on an error. That ball should have been handled out there by the shortstop. So E6. So a single, a stolen base, and now an error. The count is 1-2 on Addison Hawthorne. So McAvoy with a runner at third. And 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Should be a play. And it's missed. Second baseman Gallant missed it. And King will cruise home. The ball's got to get caught. Coming in, as Lawrence has gift-wrapped a run here in the inning. That is an E4, even with the wind. And Hawthorne is on. No RBI on the play. 1-0 Nokomis. Here's Jenna Sawtell, the cleanup hitter. Lines it foul to the screen. 0-1. So McAvoy gave up the leadoff single. Got the strikeout, got a pop-up, which is what you want, and her teammates did not come through. The 0-1. Check swing, foul right at the plate, 0-2. 0-2 on Sawtell. Still just 1 out. Nokomis drawing first blood, leading 1-0. Couple of shakeoffs there. Here's the pitch. Change up low, gets through Shores, and the runner will take off. That's a pass ball. So a passed ball gets the runner to second. So some defensive issues here for Lawrence in the bottom of the first. Count 2-2. Excuse me, count 1-2. Pitch is waved at and missed, strike 3. So second strikeout for McAvoy. Nope. She's not out? Thought there were 2 strikes. That's strike 3, isn't it? Yes. All right. So I'm not delusional. 2 outs. Here's Hannah Brewer, the catcher. Brewer trying to pick up that runner at second with 2 outs. Pitch fades outside with the wind, which is picked up. Again, busting. Yeah, it's busting, all right. Gusting to near 30 miles an hour. 0-1. The pitch. Hit to right field. Grant Ham comes in, lets it drop in front of her, gets by her. And again, the defense for Lawrence here in the first and cruising around the bases is Brewer. She gets an easy 3 out of that. The run scores. Hawthorne comes in. It's 2-0. Because I'm in a good mood today, I'll give her a base hit and an error. So a single and a 2-base error. E7. Free trip around. They're going to run down at third base for Brewer. Give her a break. And here's Ann Nice. Nice, the center fielder. 2-zip. Low. 1 ball, no strikes. Nice, the 6th batter to bat in the inning. 2 have scored. There are 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 to Ann Nice. Right in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Today's game's brought to you by the good folks at the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. Here's the 1-1. Fades outside, and Nice waves at it and misses it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, so McAvoy 1 pitch away from keeping this just a 2-run inning. McKenzie looking in to Ashley Shores. Here's the 1-2. Missed? Nope, it's on the outside corner for strike 3. I thought it was wide, so McAvoy strikes out the side in the first inning, 2 swinging, 1 looking. But because of a couple of errors, there are 2 runs on the board. So 2 runs in the inning. Those 2 runs come in on 2 base hits. There were 2 errors, 1 runner left on. We finished 1. It was an eventful bottom of the first inning for sure. The score is Nokomis 2, Lawrence 0. You're watching and listening to high school softball on The Score.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day 1. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Runs for the Nokomis Warriors in the bottom of the first inning, and we move along to the second inning now, and Hallie Coots pitching with the lead in the home opener here for the Nokomis Warriors. And here in the top of the second inning, she'll face Ruby Pierce, Casey Ross, and Natalie Pelletier, 5, 6, and 7. Coots ready, she deals. It is pop foul to the right, out of play, 0-1. Ruby, the Lawrence third baseman. One strike on Ruby. Ross on deck. That is right in there for strike 2. 0-2. Good crowd has turned out here for softball. There's also a good crowd over across the driveway watching Lawrence Nokomis baseball. That fades outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We saw Lawrence baseball, of course, on Monday lose to Coney 3-0 and be no hit. Staff no hitter. That is 1 hop to second. Stabbed there. Nicely done by Randlett. Throws to first. 1 out. Hit hard by Ruby, but right at the second baseman, Delaney Randlett. 1 up, 1 out. Here's Casey Ross. Ross, right-handed batter. First pitch to her, grounded to third. Right there is Sawtell. Easy play, 2 outs. Coots has him beating it into the ground, 4-3 and 5-3, first 2 hitters. So 2 gone. Here's Natalie Pelletier. Natalie, the left fielder. So Coots mowing him down. Hallie ready? Sign from Brewer. Pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. McAvoy got her for that 2-out double in the first, and that's been it. She was stranded. The 0-1. Grounded to third. Off the third baseman's glove. She picks it up. Fires. Got her. Bang, bang play at first base. But recovering there, Jenna Sawtell, ball off the tip of her glove. She stayed with it, fired over to Hawthorne at first, and that's it. So a ground ball to second, 2 ground balls to third, and that is it. A rocking chair inning for Hallie Coots. Nothing across for the Lawrence Bulldogs. We go to the bottom of the second. The score, Nokomis 2, Lawrence nothing. It's high school softball on the score.
Like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat, and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from sweats because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
7-8-9 here for the Nokomis Warriors as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It will be Mackenzie Watson, Delaney Randlett, and Leah Tasker facing Mackenzie McAvoy, who gave up 2 runs in the first inning despite striking up the side. Defense let her down. A couple of errors accounting for 2 unearned runs. Watson, the left fielder. That is outside. Ball 1 to McKenzie. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-zip Nokomis. The 1-0. That's on the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Friday, we are in Madison, but for Skowhegan baseball, as Brewer takes on Skowhegan at Skowhegan's home away from home, Madison High School. We're on the air, 3:30 game time here on Friday afternoon on the score. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Watson deals, and that one flutters outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. Shores sets up inside. Here's the 2-2. Sky to center field. Garrard has it in her sights, makes the catch. 1 out. So Watson flies to center. 1 out for Delaney Randlett. Randlett, the second baseman. First pitch. Swung right through it. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, 1 late swing, fouled it off to the right side. 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. 2-zip Nokomis. Mackenzie McAvoy has struck out 3 so far. That one is high. Let go of it late. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leah Tasker on deck. McAvoy with the 1-2. Here it is. Low, bowled it up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Pop foul, off to the right. It'll stay at 2-2. After the game, we'll pick our score player of the game. That player gets the Flagship Cinemas swag bag. It is a CMCC bag with a Score t-shirt, courtesy of Joseph's Sporting Goods, the Score player of the game keychain as well, and 1 ticket to Flagship Cinemas. It's the Flagship Cinemas swag bag going to our Score player of the game. Low ground ball to first, fielded there, and the tag of the bag by Leah Tibbetts. 2 outs, 3 unassisted. And here is Tasker. Leah, the only lefty swinger in the Warrior lineup. Here's the deal. That is looped, and it is fair. Just dropped it in down the left field line, scooped up by Pelletier. That'll hold it a 1. Nice job there by Tasker just to drop it in right down the left field line. She's on with 2 outs. Here's Reagan King. King hit the first pitch of the game into right field for a base hit. Leadoff hitter for these Warriors as they are through the order once already. Pitch to King is skied to left. Pelletier has a beat on it, and she makes the catch. So the 2-out hit is harmless as King flies to left field for the Warriors in the second. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We finish to the Score. Warriors 2, Bulldogs nothing. Nokomis and Lawrence, more softball after this on the Score.
Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Herman and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Herman location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
And hi, Chevrolet. It's
Forget it. Mike Violet back here live. Don't forget the game. Stay with us. I wasn't referring to that. Stay right here with us. We move along to the 3rd inning. The line score so far, Nokomis 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 2. For Lawrence, no runs, 1 hit. They have made 2 errors, and they have left 2. Both of the Warrior runs are unearned. So both are unearned. Coots with her final windup. Her final warm-up. And we move along now to the 3rd. And here's Leah Tibbetts. Tibbetts, the number 8 hitter in the Lawrence lineup. First baseman. Two nothing Nokomis. Hit to center field. That's going to get down. And that is going to be by the center fielder. Hitting second is Tibbetts. She will settle for a double. So Leah Tibbetts leads off the second with a double to center. And Lawrence has a leadoff base runner at second base for J.C. Elkins. Elkins, the right-handed batting shortstop. Chance for Lawrence to pick up a run here with A base runner at second and nobody out. Ball is wide. Good stop there by Brewer, the catcher. 1 ball on Elkins. One ball, no strikes. Spiked foul off the netting in front of the Lawrence dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike on J.C. Elkins. Just got a piece of that. Little cue shot. A lot of open field in right center, baby. If she can hit one there, can run forever. And Elkins can run. She waves at and misses a spinner that faded outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on JC. Top of the order, Natalie Garrard on deck. You at least want to get that runner over. I'm surprised they haven't had her bunt. The 1-2. Beaten foul. That's almost a bunt. It's a foul ball. She beat it right into the ground. Count stays at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tibbetts, the leadoff runner at second. That one's by, and this is going to get it a third. That is a wild pitch, so they don't need to bunt. And it's a 2-2 count now on Elkins. So Coots does Lawrence a favor there. Wild pitching that runner to third. A 2-2 count now on J.C. Elkins. Allie Coots fires. Ground ball. It is by the shortstop. They've got the runner hung up. She gets back, and all hands are going to be safe. Coming down the line there was Tibbetts. She stopped halfway through. Runner gets to first. That is a fielder's choice for Elkins. Tibbetts remains at third. Here's the top of the order, Natalie Garrard, who grounded a shorter first time. So Lawrence first and third, nobody out. Runner goes, they'll let her go. Ball 1. And so now second and third with nobody out. Coots to Garrard. Foul tipped into the mitts. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brewer, Skowhegan baseball Friday afternoon, 3:30 for Madison. A ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. Big rip on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garrard just wanting some contact. Put the ball in play. Don't want a strikeout here. Coots looking for that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is hit to third. Holding at third is Tibbetts. The throw to first in time. Good job there by Sawtell to field the ball, be cognizant of the runner, keep that runner at third. So it is a 5-3 putout. Garrard is out. She put it in play, but rolled it right to Sawtell. 1 out. Here's Leah Gallant, who was called out on strikes her first time. Coots is tough. Hallie ready. That is, it's caught by Coots. Throw to second, not in time. A spinning line drive, not a hard line drive, a line drive that was easily handled. So Lawrence trying not to squander second and third, nobody out. It's second and third, 2 out now. And McAvoy, who blasted a double, loving to do the same thing again here. Outside, ball 1. Lawrence needs a big hit. They play McAvoy deep, nice. Around toward left and just a few steps in front of the wall. 1 ball, no strikes. McAvoy skies it. Second baseman Randlett is there, and Randlett makes the catch, and Coots wiggles out of a second and third, nobody out jam. The Lawrence Bulldogs with a big squander. No runs for the Bulldogs. They had 1 base hit. There were no errors and 2 big runners left on. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still Nokomis 2, Lawrence nothing. This is high school softball on the Score.
Our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Height Chevy. Height Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Height family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Mike Violet back here live, Nokomis Regional High School here in Newport, as we go to the bottom of the third in this one between these two longtime Class B softball rivals, the Nokomis Warriors, the defending champs who finally broke through last year and won it, beating their nemesis, York, 2-1 in the state championship game. And Lawrence, of course, always ultra competitive in Class B. But that was a tough squander there by Lawrence. Second and third with nobody out, and they could not get a run in. Really hurt. So here in the bottom of the third, it's 2-3-4. Coots, Hawthorne, and Sawtell. Hallie would lead off. She struck out swinging her first time. Mia took her talents down to USM. One of the best pitchers to come along ever in Maine high school softball. 227 strikeouts and 125 innings last year. Just dominant from the time she grabbed a ball for the first time as a freshman. Right back to the pitcher, fielded by McAvoy, 1 out. You'll love that. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here is Addison Hawthorne. Hawthorne reached on an error and then stole second, got to third on a pass ball, came in and scored the second run. Sky to left. Pelletier protects the eyes, makes the catch, 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here is Sawtell. Jenna struck out swinging her first time. Haven't seen a 3-pitch inning in a while. Got a chance. Well, that chance has now gone by the boards. Strike 1. Jenna Sawtell, third baseman. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-zip Nokomis. Bottom 3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bounced up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Well placed by Sawtell. She is a 2-out base runner. So Sawtell on. Here is Brewer. Brewer singled her first time, made it as far as third. Stranded there. Two outs, runner at first. Here in the bottom of the third. Fouled back, high off the screen. 0-1. Guys, don't get defensive about it, okay? That ball goes off the high screen, and Allen looked up, and he just wanted to make sure that Sean did not take that as a flinch. He didn't. That is spiked in a right, and it's off the glove of the second baseman, Gallant. Everybody's safe. That's a base hit. So after getting 2 outs on 2 pitches, 2 straight singles, that one just got off the glove. Got a runner at second. At first for Brewer. And here is Ann Nice, who was called out on strikes her first time. So a courtesy runner, as they call it. And here is Nice, the center fielder. McAvoy with a shake-off. She and Shores call their own game. Kind of like that. Kind of old school. Strike one. Outside corner. No dugout looking. No wristband looking. They just play. The 0-1. Right there. Strike two. 0-2. Change up there by McAvoy. No balls, 2 strikes. First and second, 2 outs. 2-zip Nokomis. That one off the glove of Shores. The runners will move up. They throw, or she does, the third. Runner is there safe. That is a pass ball on Ashley. Ball should have been handled. So second and third. Can't let one get behind you now. If it goes to the first or third base side anyway. Right back to the backstop. You've got a chance to get back there. Swing and a miss. And it doesn't matter anyway as Nice strikes out swinging. Second time she is fanned today. One looking, one swinging, and that's it for Nokomis in the third inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. 3 done, and the score stays the same. Nokomis 2, Lawrence nothing. This is high school softball on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
All right, we finished 3 here in Newport. It is 3-0 Nokomis. Ball to second base by Brewer. And Lawrence here in the visitors' half of the 4th inning. Ashley Shores, Ruby Pierce, and Casey Ross, 4-5-6. Shores popped to short her first time. Facing Hallie Coots. The right fielder, Condon, is as deep as you can be in right field, just in the sunshine there, out of the shade of the big pines. Shores ready. First pitch by Coots. In there for a strike. 0-1 to Ashley. Here it is. Ground ball, it is outside the bag and foul. 0-2. Two strikes on Shores. Brewer with the sign. Fouled back. Good rip there by Shores. 0-2. Pierce on deck. 0-2. Skips past, low and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two unearned runs by Nokomis in the first. That's it. Only runs of the game, 2-0 Nokomis. The 1-2. Swing and just getting a piece is Shores. Stays alive, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shores awaits the 1-2. That's hit well and foul. Hit well, well foul. So Shores is hit 2 foul home runs in this game. Straighten that out. Another 1-2 coming. Here it is. Ground ball again, wide to first. So Shore is wearing it out down there, whether it's in the air or in the ground. Several foul balls. I think that's 4 total. Still 1-2. Here it is. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pierce patiently waiting on deck. 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss, got her on a let-up. Good pitch by Coots. So Shores battles, but strikes out swinging. 1 out. Here's Ruby Pierce. Pierce bounced to second her first time. Lawrence, a big squander last inning. Had runners on second and third. Nobody out against Coots. Couldn't get a run in. Got a ground ball to third after the runners got to second and third, but the runners started to come home. Got caught in a rundown and got back to third on a ground ball. That was actually runners on first and third. 1 ball on Pierce. 2 balls on Pierce. That one's down and in. Casey Ross on deck. Ross will be on that Lawrence basketball team next year with Ashley Shores and Maddie Provost. She'll be the big. Off the hands, and the throw to first by King is there. It is out number 2. Ground ball to short, and again, like I've said, you don't hit it to Reagan King. You're going to be out. Here's Ross. Casey, her first time, grounded to third. 2 outs, nobody on. Coots has retired 5 in a row. First pitch to Ross. Right down Broadway, strike 1. 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike. On Casey Ross. Wide. Ross the DP. Hitting for the right fielder, Grant Ham. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Right in there, and it's grounded. Stopped by King. The throw won't be in time. Ross beats it. That's a base hit for Casey Ross. So an infield hit to short. Ross is on with 2 outs. Here's Natalie Pelletier. Natalie, like Ross, her first time, grounded to third. So the streak of 5 straight retired by Coots is over. And here is Pelletier. Pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. There's King, a little bobble, and she doesn't have a play. That took a bad hop. Right at the end, Reagan King normally just gobbles that up and makes the play. Give her an error only because we have to. But that error is on the ground, not on her. So 2 outs and 2 on. Leah Tibbetts. Tibbetts doubled her last time. She made it as far as third, and then she got stranded. That one is in there for a strike. Lee would love to repeat here what she did in the second, or excuse me, in the third. 2 outs, nobody on. An infield base hit and an error. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tibbetts trying to pick up at least one of these base runners. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. Goes by in the dirt, and the runners will advance to second and third on a wild pitch. So they're going to walk her. So they're going to pass Tibbetts. She gets an intentional base on balls, and here is J.C. Elkins, the freshman, who reached on a fielder's choice. She hit that ground ball to third that was fielded by Sawtell, where she was able to get the runner stranded. That gets by, but it doesn't get by enough because we have a short backstop here, so nowhere for anybody to go. So it's just ball one. So Coots had retired the first two easily on a strikeout and a ground ball. A single, an error, and an intentional walk have loaded him up. That's a strike. 1-1 to JC. Number 9 hitter in the Lawrence lineup, top of the order, and Garrard on deck. Lawrence would love to get it that far. That would mean they score. On the outside corner, that was close. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tough to cover that one. Be a good ball to take to right, though. There is a gap between the first and second baseman. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Elkins. Swing and a miss, strike 3, she got her. So again, a squander. Lawrence has stranded 5 base runners in the last 2 innings. For Lawrence here in their half of the 4th inning, they had no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 big runners left on base. 5 stranded the last 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is still Nokomis 2, Lawrence nothing. This is high school softball on the Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
All righty, here we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 2-0 Nokomis. It's sort of been a pitcher's duel. There have been a lot of runners on base. Not a pitcher's duel in classic fashion, but it's just a 2-0 game. This is the Mackenzie Watson spot in the order I think she's being hit for, and that is hit hard right on the ground. Elkins bobbles, recovers, throws not in time. And that was Watson. She did hit for herself, so that is an E6 as Watson reaches. Elkins with the bobble. And here is Delaney Randlett. Randlett grounded to first, unassisted her first time. Runner bluffs and goes back. Runner bluffed, Shores bluffed, everybody bluffed, nobody called the bluff. Not sure if the pitch was a ball or a strike. That one's down for a ball. I think it's 2-0 on Randlett. Number 8 hitter in the Nokomis lineup. 2-zip Warriors. High. Yep, it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on Randlett. She has the take sign here, I'm sure. Right back to the box, so much for that. The throw to second. No! Not in time. Should have gone to first. With the little bobble she had, you got to go to first and get the out. the fielder's choice for Randlett. At second is Watson. So base runners on first and second for Nokomis, and here is Tasker, who dropped a single. Little blooper down the left field line her first time. First and second, nobody out. Lawrence could conceivably have 2 outs. Instead, they don't have any. That was strike one. Error by Elkins, and the fielder's choice have set up first and second, nobody out. Nokomis with a chance. That one's popped up short center field. It's going to get in there. And it's finally picked up by the second baseman, Gallant. That's going to be a base hit. Ball just barely made it to the outfield. So Tasker's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And they're loaded now with Watson on third, Randlett on second, Tasker on first. And here's trouble in the person of Reagan King. King, the leadoff hitter, has singled and scored and flied to left. She is a home run threat, especially on a day like today where the wind is blowing out. McAvoy's got to be careful. Popped up. A break here. Gallant makes the catch. That is a huge, huge out for Mackenzie McAvoy, inducing King to pop out on the first pitch. 1 out. Here's Coots. Halley today is struck out and hit back to the pitcher, out 1-3. McAvoy would take that again, too. Infield in big time. 1 out. They're loaded. Bounce to the third baseman. Pierce can't pick it up. And the run scores. Coming in to score is Watson, hitting third, Randlett. Tasker goes to second. Reaching on the play is Coots. That is an error on the third baseman. A run would have scored whether the error was made or not, so we'll give her an RBI. And here is Addison Hawthorne. Hawthorne, ground ball to short. That's picked up, thrown to third. They get the force there. But coming in to score on the play was Randlett. She scores the 4th run. Forced at third is Tasker. So on the fielder's choice, we have first and second now with 2 outs. On that fielder's choice, here's Jenna Sawtell. Sawtell is struck out and singled. So 2 in, it's 4-0. Let up is in for a strike on Sawtell. So Hallie Coots will take the mound in the 5th with at least a 4-0 lead. High. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jenna Sawtell. First and second, 2 outs, 2 in. 4-0 Warriors. McAvoy ready. Here's the 1-1. Fades outside, corner, strike. Little bend on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McAvoy trying to end it here. Shore sets up outside. Here is the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, got her. So McAvoy gets out of it, but 2 runs come in to score. Again, both unearned. All 4 runs today for the Warriors are unearned. So for Nokomis, in the 4th inning, they get 2 runs. They get those 2 runs on 0 base hits. There were 2 huge errors, and they leave 2. We finished 4. It's Nokomis 4, Lawrence nothing. You're watching and listening to high school softball on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Actually, the Nokomis Warriors did have a hit. Tasker with her second hit of the game there in the fourth inning. So 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left. Again, both runs unearned. So all 4 are unearned so far for Nokomis. As we go to the 5th, top of the order, Natalie Garrard. Garrard has grounded out twice. Once to short, once to third. Coots has given up 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Low, ball 1. Give up a hit each in the first, second, and third, 2 last inning. But nobody has crossed the plate. 1 ball, no strikes on Garrard. Inside, it hit her. So she is on. So Garrard hit batsman. Gets a free base. Here's Leah Gallant. Leah today has been called out on strikes and hit a little humpback line drive right back to the box. That was caught. Coots with the glasses. The sunglasses, I should say, bounced foul in the dirt. She's wearing the Suns. Everybody on the left side of the infield. The left fielder wearing the Suns, as is the center fielder. Right side, no. You're on the left side, you're looking right into it. The 0-1. Skied, and King over right near the bag makes the play. Quick throw to first, looking to get a double play, not in time. So Gallant is out on a pop to short. 1 out. Here is McAvoy. McAvoy with a booming double to left center, stranded at second, and then a pop to second. McKenzie looking to help herself here. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Big rip on that one. 0-1 to McKenzie. The 0-1. That one fades outside. Fake to first by Brewer, and it induced Garrard to dive back to the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mackenzie McAvoy. Ashley Shores on deck. 1 out, 1 on. 4-0 Nokomis. We're on the top of the 5th. That one is looped into right, the glove of Reagan King, and the throw to first. Some bad base running. And Lawrence on a double play is out of the inning. So a line to the short, and then 6-3 on the double play. And that is it. Just 3 batters come to the plate for the Lawrence Bulldogs. For the Bulldogs in the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Nokomis 4, Lawrence nothing. This is high school softball on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
All righty, Hannah Brewer ready to lead it off here for the Nokomis Warriors. Brewer, the Nokomis catcher, has singled twice. She's 2 for 2. Had a good day at the plate. That one is looped into center, and it'll drop. She's 3 for 3. So Hannah Brewer, the hitting star of the day. 3 times up, 3 singles. And again, she'll be run for. So Brewer on. Here is Ann Nice. Ann today has been called out on strikes and struck out swinging. McAvoy has had her number. First pitch to Nice. Right through the middle into center field, a base hit. So Ann Nice right back through the wickets, and the runner goes to third. Head first dive. Safe. Runner goes to second. And Nokomis running all over the base paths. And they have runners on second and third with nobody out. So give Nice a single. The pinch runner went to third on the throw, and so did Nice to second. So second and third, nobody out. Here's Mackenzie Watson. Watson has flied to center, reached on an error, and scored. Shows bunt, bunts it foul. Whoops. Shores overshot McAvoy. So Nokomis with a chance to bust this open. 4-0 is workable, but with the way the Lawrence offense has been, you get 5, 6, or more, and it's going to be an almighty struggle for the Bulldogs. Offensively, they've had a tough year so far. That Shores grand slam that she hit against Coney has been it. The bunt is foul. That's been it for them offensively for the year. 2 strikes on Watson with runners on second and third. Infield in. McAvoy deals. Outside. 1-2. This is the home opener for Nokomis. Lawrence played at home on Monday against Coney. I think they played one other home game as well. On the corner, strike 3. Got her. So McAvoy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts today. And here is Delaney Randlett. Out 3 unassisted and reached on a fielder's choice and scored. Second and third, 1 out. The bunt is on. It's foul. 0-1 on Randlett, the number 8 hitter in this Nokomis lineup. Coming up after the game, we'll pick our score player of the game. That player gets the flagship Cinema swag bag. Get the bag from CMCC, filled with goodies like a Score t-shirt from Joseph Sporting Goods, Score player of the game keychain, and 1 ticket to Flagship Cinema's consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. That ball is foul. 0-2. I have not seen a cloud in the sky today. It is pretty clear. 0-2. The pitch just reached out and popped it up. Gallant makes the play. Throws it over to third. Not necessary. 2 outs. And here is Tasker, who is just 3 for 3 today. 3 singles. 2 for 2 today. Looking for a third single. It's Brewer that's 3 for 3. Tasker's 2 for 2. 2 singles to left. Leah, the only left-handed batter in this Nokomis lineup. Down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Leah Tasker. Second and third, 2 outs. McAvoy in there for a strike. 1-1. McAvoy looking to give Nokomis its first big squander of the day. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it is. Ooh, just missed. Up and in. Tasker didn't flinch. She's no Sean Packard. Of course, she's wearing a helmet with a mask on it, but 2 balls, 1 strike. Exactly. That screen is your mask. The 2-1 is on the outside corner. 2-2. Excellent observation, Alan. You got a whole screen, Sean. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This will be a constant theme all season long, and I love it. Here's the 2-2. Pop foul off to the right. That's out of play. Excuse me, off to the left. My direction or sense of it always been an issue. Left, right. I know. I learned it at an early age like you. I went to Waterville High, though. I mean, come on, give me a break. Give me a break.
Me too. We all did. All Waterville.
Right. Common theme there. You're afraid of foul balls. I don't know which way is up. Here's the 2-2. Ooh, inside. Now we got a full count. I don't think we've had a walk today other than the intentional one. So Tasker 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Leah Tasker. Second and third, 2 outs. Here it is. Beaten foul into the ground. Time called. Plate umpire will do some housekeeping. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tasker digs back in there, slightly open stance. Shore sets up outside. Here is the 3-2 pitch. It is hit right to second. It goes through Gallant. And everybody is safe. That is an error. So Tasker won't go 3 for 3. Coming in to score on the play is Brewer. Going to third on the play is Nice. And Tasker is on an E4 and another unearned run. Time called as McAvoy, a little dusty. Top of the order now in Reagan King. So a run in, it's 5-zip. And King has singled, fly to left, and pop to second. Again gets under it. Center fielder Garrard comes in. It drops in. Another gift. And Lawrence's defense today. The reactions to that ball. Lawrence has got some youth at short and at center field. That is a base hit for King. Coming in to score on the play was Nice. It is 6-0. More experienced players out there would make that play. That is fouled off by Hallie Coots. 0-1 Hallie today is struck out. Grounded back to the pitcher, reached on an error by the third baseman. Has Reagan King at first. Has Tasker at second. Ground ball wide of Pierce into left. A base hit, station-to-station baseball here. As back in with it is Pelletier, and they're loaded up for Addison Hawthorne. Tasker to third, King to second, Coots to first. Hallie's first hit of the day. Going to get a runner for Hallie. Ireland is going to go in and run. So Coots will get a little bit of a rest. And Addison Hawthorne with 2 in and lead up to 6-0 And the bases loaded has a chance to really put a crooked number on the scoreboard. Pitch is up. Ball one to Addie Hawthorne. Hawthorne has reached on an error, fly to left, and hit into a fielder's choice. 1 ball, no strikes on the Nokomis first baseman. McAvoy deals. Down the right field line, that'll make it over the fence and foul. A ball and a strike on Hawthorne. Sawtell on deck. Some big boppers coming up here for Nokomis against McAvoy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Ooh, good pitch to hit, and she missed it. Swing and a miss, strike 2. McAvoy took a little bit off that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So for Nokomis, 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 here in the fifth. And they lead it 6-zip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McAvoy trying to end the inning. Ready. Deals. Popped up. Center fielder Gerard comes in, missed it, off her glove. And again, the defense really letting McAvoy down, and everybody's going to score. The merry-go-round on the base paths. 3 runs come in, all of them unearned. It's 9-0. No RBIs for Hawthorne. Well, Joey Marcoux had told me before the game, I got a young club, got some veterans back, got McAvoy back, got Shores back, got Ruby Pierce back. But beyond that, we got a bunch of rookies out there, and they're going to learn how to play on the fly, and that's definitely been the case. Here's Jenna Sawtell, the 9th hitter to bat in the inning. They have batted around. She takes one outside for ball 1. Sawtell has struck out, singled, and struck out. 9-0. Into right, base hit. Runner hits third. She will come home. It is 10-0. Coming in to score on the play, Addison Hawthorne. And there is your ball game. Mercy rule in effect, 10-0. The 10-run rule ends this one. So for the Nokomis Warriors in the 5th inning, they get the 6 they needed to end this ball game. They get 6 runs. Let's see. Bear with me here. 6 runs, 1 hit, 2 hits. 6 runs, 2 hits. I'll count the errors up after the inning. 1 left on, and that's it. Final score in this one because of the mercy rule. Nokomis 10 and Lawrence nothing. We'll come back with all of the totals and our score player of the game. We'll do all of that right after this. This is high school softball on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up 1 or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay? It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Alrighty, Mike Violet back here live at Nokomis Regional High School. The Warriors walk it off in mercy rule fashion. They win it. It's a different kind of walk-off. They win it by a score of 10-0 because of the 10-run mercy rule here in the fifth inning. Errors for sure. Every single run scored today by the Nokomis Warriors came via the error. Here are the final line scores in this one. For the Warriors, they get 10 runs on 8 hits. They made no errors, and they left 6. For the Lawrence Bulldogs, no runs, 5 hits, 8 errors. That's 8. You saw the struggle was real for Lawrence in the field. 8 errors. They left 6. The winning pitcher, Hallie Coots. I'm going to make that mistake as little as I possibly can this year. The winning pitcher, Hallie Coots, and the losing pitcher, Mackenzie McAvoy. The final pitching line on Hallie Coots, she went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, just 1 intentional walk, and 2 strikeouts. So a really efficient game by Hallie Coots. And one of the differences that was very evident in this ball game for Nokomis is they make plays defensively. They have a much more experienced veteran ball club that knows how to play defense. They have a bunch of seniors. They have a great player in Reagan King in the field, and they don't make many mistakes. Lawrence is breaking in some kids, especially in key positions in center field and at shortstop. You could see they're not ready for prime time as of yet, but I suspect you give them a couple of weeks, the weather's better, and the weather certainly didn't help them any here today, but I think in a couple of weeks this Lawrence team will be a much better team defensively. So that leads us to our score player of the game, and that is Hallie Coots, the winning pitcher today, going all 5 innings, giving up 5 hits again, no runs, 1 intentional walk, 2 strikeouts. Hallie gets our Flagship Cinema swag bag. Flagship Cinema's consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. She gets the CMCC swag bag with a Score t-shirt, a Score Player of the Game keychain, and 1 ticket to go to the movies at Flagship Cinemas on Kennedy Drive in Waterville. We are back at it Friday afternoon in Madison. Game time 3:30. It's baseball. Skowhegan's home away from home as the Riverhawks take on the Brewer Witches. 3:30 game time. We'll be on the air with our pregame show around 3:20. So that's going to do it for the broadcast here this afternoon. For Alan Brickett, for Sean Packard, for Galen Neal, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Nokomis High School. Final score in this one today. Nokomis skunks Lawrence. Nokomis 10, Lawrence nothing.
You've been watching and listening to live coverage of high school sports on the place for local sports, The Score. It's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Remember, every game we stream live on The Score is always stored forever in the vault at centralmainsports.com and on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. please go and subscribe. Your team from your town plays here. Sports Radio, WSKW, The Score, and CentralMainSports.com.